guys, welcome back. It has been a little while. Last weekend was Monsterpalooza 2025. And you got to get the year in there, just in case you're watching this somewhere in the far distant future. You wonder when this is. And Sunday, I got to be this beautiful alien character that was sculpted by Autonomous Effects, made custom to fit me, which is really cool. I was honored to be in that. And the day before, on Saturday, I was asked by PPI, and way in advance, if I would be part of their Fifth Element tribute. And Lois Burwell, who is the makeup department head, was there. And she worked on like Temple of Doom, Saving Private Ryan, Braveheart, and a slew of other huge films. Really talented woman. And it was pretty cool she was going to be there. But they asked if I would be Zorg. And I was like, yes, absolutely. And they're going to, do the whole thing, make the costume, whatever. And they made costume. They did the whole like vacuum formed headpiece with the little weird hair flop. They even made me teeth with like the little weird like crooked tooth and the little bit, push my lip out just a little bit. So when I say Jean Baptiste, Emmanuel, Zorg, it kind of has that little lisp. Oh God. Ooh, boy, they are in there. They fit very well. They're easy to wear, but they're hard to take out. So when I saw the costume, I realized it is the same outfit he's wearing when he is going to trade the ZF-1 weapon to the Mangalores for the stones. And I was like, boy, it'd be really good if you had the ZF-1. Yeah, that would be awesome. One way or another, I'll have a ZF-1 for Monsterpalooza. I know two people who have screen-accurate replicas, and I thought maybe I could borrow one, but then I started to think better of it. I was like, nah, they're really expensive. I want to say they're like almost $2,800 for a kit, not even assembled. And these are like beautifully built, all the whole thing. I was like, nobody's gonna let me use that. So let me see if there are files online that I can use for this thing. Maybe I can print one up. Sure enough, I found some files. And they look kind of like this. It's light. Handles adjustable for easy carry. Good for righties and lefties. Breaks down into 4 pieces, undetectable by X-ray. Ideal for discrete interventions. Anyway, that's the spiel. But here it is, ZF-1. Now, I said I found some files. This is not from those files. Well, kind of. Most of it's not. In the process of looking at the pieces, there were tons and tons of pieces. Like all these parts were all individual files. And as I went through them, I realized that they were not really made properly. I mean, it looked like somebody made a digital model of this to do renderings with or for a video game or something. And then somebody else broke it apart for printing, which they put a lot of work into it, but they didn't do a good job because you couldn't hook anything together. None of the pieces like actually made it up together. It was just kind of like, flat planes, like you would have to glue stuff together with no registration keys or no holes for bolts. So I was like, okay, this isn't good. So I started to make parts to accommodate the parts that were in the files. And in the process, I just ended up remodeling the whole stupid ZF-1. So I've remodeled the whole thing. Now, and the one you see here, there are just a couple parts from the original files, which I have remodeled, but I didn't have time to reprint them. So the shells, just these shells, are from the original file, and this top here is from the original file. And that's it. Everything else has been completely remodeled to match the original file, which I find out 2/3 of the way through that there are some things that are just not quite accurate. Now it's pretty close. The overall size is pretty close. Most of the pieces are pretty close, and everything is kind of here and represented properly, but there's just little things here and there that are off. Like, for example, the barrel. It's just a little bit too big in diameter, which means that these big frame pieces are slightly too far apart, which means that the fins on this rocket, the rear fins, now aren't quite perfectly 90 degrees from each other because they don't fit in here. Also, it means all these little greeblies here are slightly spread out further than they should be. So there's like a cascading effect when one major piece is off. Also, like this circle here should be 20% smaller probably. But the overall size and everything is really close. The prop store had posted photos with rulers in the shot. It's very, very close. So I was like, okay, this is, you know, a decent starting point. I've remodeled the whole dang thing. I think now I've become obsessed with this dumb thing. I have so much of the model done, and it'd be so easy to make the adjustments that I think I'm going to redo it and make it much, much more accurate. And, you know, I'll post that sucker online onto my Patreon, I think, if there's interest. If people want to grab the files off the Patreon, they will be there. I think a kit, like I said, to buy a kit pre-made that's accurate, it's like starts at $2,700-$2,800 for the pieces. It's all metal and awesome. And maybe there's some 3D files out there that are good and more accurate, but I couldn't find them. Not saying they're not there, but I couldn't find them. If that's a thing people are interested in, let me know, because I may start out as like a static version and then start doing modifications so that it could be, you know, all servoed out and have animatronics so the pieces move and so forth. But I just wanted to show this off. It's show and tell time. And I'm going to show what I did. Also, I got to say, the paint job, all the body panels I painted in like 45 minutes, the night, like 2 in the morning before I went to Monsterpalooza. So the colors are a little off. I just did them by hand with a brush. I didn't even have time to airbrush it or anything. All the pieces here are just basically spray paint. Spray paint. I couldn't even find bright coat chrome. I thought I had some on hand. I didn't. And I was doing this all like the day and a half before. So this is some like aluminum spray paint. This is just acrylic with like a gloss varnish. This is that same aluminum spray paint that's here, but I did the tinted acrylic clear coat trick, which is like Liquitex high gloss acrylic varnish with blue food coloring. This technically should be a little bit more royal blue, but it kind of has like a little bit of a tealy blue tinge. The metal strip here is just a piece of aluminum tape like you'd use on ducting. And that's pretty much it. Everything's just really, really fast. I did it super quick. I think overall it might be a little more than 2 rolls of filament. And the filament I used was like $11 a roll. So I probably spent less than 30 bucks on all the filament to make this whole thing. And overall, scale is very, very close. It's just a little bit too wide through here. A couple little minor things. So yeah, anyway, if you guys are interested and you want me to put these on my Patreon, just let me know and I'll get this sucker posted. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. That's pretty much it. I'll put some pictures of me as Zorg and maybe a little bit of video if I can find some right here at the end, just so you can see what the whole getup looked like. It was pretty fun. If you're in LA and you come to Monsterpalooza, it's great times. And yeah, just check out and let me know. If you think I should put this on my Patreon, I will make that one of the projects. But all right, I got to get back to it. I gotta be on set in the morning. Yay! All right, have fun, kids. Bye.